So Furiosa is now out on the big screen, so it is time to go back and rank every single Mad Max film in the franchise, all 5 of them, from my least favorite to my favorite. Now let me know yours down in the comment section below, smash that like button for me, and click subscribe as well, it really helps me out. And without further ado, let's get into my list of the Mad Max films. Number 5, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Now, this is the third one of the original sort of trilogy that came out of Mad Max, with Mel Gibson starring as Max. Now, this one to me is definitely the weakest one, and the one that I don't get the most enjoyment out of when I rewatch it. Now, all the stuff with the Thunderdome, that action sequence, I really love it. It was creative, it was unique, it was something different. Really like that. The final sequence, the final third act of the action, the stuff on the road, superb. Loved it. Love Mel Gibson as Max. Brilliant. But it's the stuff in between, the story stuff itself, the threads, the themes, the elements that they try to do in here to make it feel unique from the other ones just did not land. The stuff with the kids at that place, to me, it just slowed the pacing right down, and it started to go into this silly element of like, what are we even doing right now? Like, I get it, Mad Max is an apocalyptic world, where it is crazy, it is mental, it is madness. And I love that about it. But this was a completely different thing. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, so what's going on here? So everything outside of the action was actually the weakest part of this film. And I didn't feel like it elevated from Road Warrior at all. I feel like it took a major step down. I thought, you know, the characters themselves, the villains are very lackluster. There's not much to them, and I thought that took away as well. So, but look, nevertheless, it has its moments. Like I said, the stuff in the Thunderdome with the actual stuff where they're basically bungeeing from side to side while they're fighting is fantastic. Love all that stuff. Love the third act where it's just complete carnage and mayhem, blood, gore, people dying. That's what I came to see. But outside of that, I just felt like it was lacking what Road Warrior gave us and what the first Mad Max did. This one just did not deliver on that. So unfortunately for me, number 5 is Beyond Thunderdome. Number 4 is the original Mad Max. Look, every film from up here I absolutely love. This was the first one. I really like how grounded this one is compared to the other ones. This is basically the start of everything. So this isn't them in the actual wasteland itself. This is about Max and him playing as a cop out there on the road. And then this is the start where the gang start to become a bit crazy and a bit loopy and wanting to do certain things. Obviously, we get graphical stuff in here with Max's family, what happens to them. I mean, that's what really turns him into Mad Max, and we get this beautiful ending that was just poetic. There's a lot of blood and gore and people dying in this movie. So that was great. The story itself of Max trying to get out of becoming a police officer, being a police officer in order to keep his family safe from the gangs because of what they're doing. Because you see it. The villains themselves, the gang, are crazy, chaotic, and showcase you what Mad Max is about. So to me, that was really good, because this to me is a brilliant start to a franchise. It lays the foundations for what the world's going to be, for what the characters are going to become. It's a smaller scale story, so that when you get into the next ones, it's able to expand and open the world more and give us a lot more to it. So, look, and obviously back then, they didn't have the technology we had now to make Fury Road. So naturally, this movie isn't going to be as clean and as cut beautifully as Fury Road or something like that. So you can tell with certain editing choices that they had to do that, because they can't create these huge CGI moments or anything like that visually like they can now. But I still really enjoy it, and it still holds up today, and it's still one of the best Mad Max films, because most of them are, except for Beyond Thunderdome. But number 4 is Mad Max. Number 3 is Furiosa, the newest movie now out on the big screen, and I really like this movie. Look, it's not as good looking as Fury Road. It doesn't look as good because Fury Road is just the best looking one. It is. But Furiosa takes the character from Fury Road, brings her in to create her own movie, to give us the backstory to who Furiosa is, to why she came to where she was in the Citadel, and why she's a badass. Because she is a complete badass, because this movie showcases her at her peak, and what she had to do, and how revenge drove her to become the warrior that she is. It's got great action, it does, it's fantastic. When it gets moving and there's action everywhere, simply, absolutely stunning. Loved it. Anya Taylor-Joy. Oh, she is brilliant as Furiosa. That was such a great casting choice. She just owns the role. Her character, Furiosa herself, loved the story that they were telling, the layers they went into. Chris Hemsworth as the villain, just Chris Hemsworth, man. What more can you say about it? This guy is just phenomenal. And as the villain, he plays this nice, psychotic, unhinged but calculated guy at the same time. Obviously, then you have the confrontation between him and Immortal Joe. So you have two bads going at it. Furiosa now must pick a side. What's she going to do? She's going to go with her revenge. Is she going to take this side? So there's all that. The supporting cast is great. The other characters are fantastic as well. And just expanding the world and showcasing us more of the Mad Max world and how insane it can be. It's bloody, it's gory, it's everything you want in a Mad Max film. So for me, number 3, Furiosa. Number 2 is Fury Road. Now, I really like this. This is just 2 hours of complete and utter badass action, man. We're on Fury Road. We're on a tanker. We're on the war thing. And we are just blowing things up. We're running people over. There's explosions everywhere. Tom Hardy comes in to play Max. And he is stunningly great at it. He just has that aura of Mad Max. He just has it. And this is the best looking Mad Max film. Like, there are some shots in here when they're in that storm looking phenomenal. Oh man, it is just orgasmic for your eyes. It looks spectacular. This is by far the best looking one. But then you have Immortal Joe, a great villain as well. Fantastic villain. You know, the story itself, Max getting tangled up in this story of Furiosa trying to save these women from Immortal Joe, and then realizing they have to go back to save everyone, to give everyone the water and everything like that. It is fantastic. I love Fury Road. I have a more in-depth one if you want to do it, of a retrospective of all these movies, except for Furiosa, obviously, because it just came out. But so you can check that out as well. But Fury Road, man, brilliant. So freaking good, man. I love Fury Road. The score is stunning as well. The score just elevates it. But there's just so much to love about Fury Road, and I think it encapsulates everything Mad Max is, and then expands upon it and delivers it on, you know, a whole nother madness level. Like, bro, this goes to the next extreme. So I really enjoy it. So number 2 is Fury Road. Number 1, Road Warrior. To me, this is still my favorite Mad Max film. I love Road Warrior so much. I did when I was younger, and I still do. Mel Gibson reprises his role as Max in the second movie in the franchise. And boy, oh boy, this is just so much fun. Max obviously comes across this compound and he's willing to help them. You have the villains, this gang, who are just crazy, man. Crazy. And this has some of the best action in Mad Max as well, especially for the time that it was made. We just see carnage everywhere, man. It's just crazy. So I really like that. The little kid with the freaking silver boomerang, bro, has probably one of the best kills I have seen in all the Mad Max franchise, because it's just so insane. It really is. So Road Warrior, to me, I love that story that they were telling with Max helping them out, realizing that this is what he's got to do. Then you have the comedic stuff in here as well that elevates it as well. It doesn't overpower what's going on. Then you have the gore, the blood, the just chaotic nature of this film. Fantastic. The design of the cars, of the motorbikes, everything. It's absolutely brilliant. And then you have the twist in here as well, and what actually went down. It just works on so many levels. And to me, I always get a joy when I watch Road Warrior. So for me, number 1, Mad Max Road Warrior. So there you have it. That is my ranking of the 5 Mad Max films. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. Smash it down there. I want to know what you guys think of all the Mad Max movies. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones aren't your favorites? Smash it down there. Smash that like button for me. Click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.